Hi, it's Ryan Tatsumoto, the Gochiso Gourmet, coming to you with another cocktail session where it's always 5 p.m. Today's cocktail is a variant of one of my favorite libations. It's called the Negroni. The Negroni is basically equal parts of the bitter red liqueur, Campari, gin, and sweet vermouth. However, there's a lot of variants out there that mixologists create. Basically, all you need is a base liqueur. It's usually gin, but sometimes they use bourbon or tequila, mezcal, rye, and it also requires some sweet component, usually in the form of a sweet vermouth, and a bitter component, the Campari. In today's version, I'm making what's called an Apple Negroni. So with the Apple Negroni, we add a little bit of apple brandy to the mix, plus the sweet artichoke-based liqueur Cynar. So to start it off with this cocktail, we use gin. I'm using my favorite gin right here, one of my favorites. I have multiple favorites, but the Nole gin, you can find it at most gourmet liquor stores, and here in Hawaii, you can also find it at Long's and Prime Supermarket, Safeway, etc. I thought it was made in France originally because it's Nole. It's actually made in Holland. So we'll start off with about 1.5 ounces of this. The next liqueur, because it's an Apple Negroni, is an apple brandy. You could go one of two routes. Currently, I have this Calvados, which is a French apple brandy. I've had it for quite a number of years. That's why the labels actually didn't set out brown. It's brown because of the years that it's been in storage. If you can't find Calvados, you can also use Applejack. Applejack is made in the US. It's same thing, an apple brandy that's mixed with neutral spirits. The Applejack tends to give it a little more of that fresh apple quality, whereas because the base of the Calvados is a brandy or cognac, it's a richer flavor. So we'll use 3/4 ounces of this. For the bitter component, Campari. I'm sure you've seen other videos I've had before. It's the Ripple Campari in Italy makes this. It's made with bitter oranges and a bunch of proprietary herbs. More on the bitter side. This is just a 1/2 ounce. And finally, we're using another bitter, or Amaro, which is Cynar, which is an artichoke-based liqueur. It has like this caramel sweetness. It doesn't really taste like artichokes. The artichoke just gives it that slight bitter edge to it. And with this is also just a 1/2 ounce. You just stir it until the drink is chilled. It also dilutes it a little, takes a little off of that off the hot edge. And I'll strain it into my cocktail glass with my solid sphere of ice. Because the sphere is round, it actually blocks the bottom, so I'm just trying to release the air that's trapped underneath. Otherwise, if I take a sip, it might make a rude noise, and you mistaken coming from me. It's coming from the drink. And finally, because this is an Apple Negroni, I'm going to garnish with little apple slices on a little skewer. So again, this is the Apple Negroni. I'm the Gochiso Gourmet. Kampai!